Hey everybody, it's Mike here from The Art of Guitar. I'm here today with a really cool concept that I think is going to be new for a lot of people. It really helped me out for my improvising and soloing back in the day, but it took hundreds if not thousands of hours of practicing and just, going crazy, trying to figure out the best way to see the neck in order to express myself. When you see a piano player or a singer performing, do they start really low at their lowest register and then work their way to the middle, then up from there? Maybe the guy in Crash Test Dummies does, but for the most part, if you watch somebody perform, they're going to start in the middle somewhere, like their comfortable range, and then from there they can go up or down in pitch. Piano actually has a key called middle C, and that's where you start off. That's for a good reason. So when we improvise, why do we think we have to start at the lowest point and then work our way up? It just seems kind of weird if you think about it. So the concept is to start in the middle, and then you have both directions that you can go. And I have some really great shapes for you to start off with. All we really need to do is find one note on the D string today, the fourth string. So it's going to be G. So if you count up from D, we have open D, second fret is E, third fret is F, fifth fret is G. Get really good at counting up your natural notes on the D string, or any string for that matter. But for today, we just have to find the G on the fourth string. Now this is kind of crazy, but from this one root tone right here, we're going to be playing three shapes that branch off of it. That's going to give you all of this real estate to solo within. We're going to stick to the middle two strings today though, just to really show you the concept. We're kind of building this elevator in the middle of the neck that's going to stretch all the way across. And when you get really good at it, you're going to be able to ascend from it to the higher strings or descending to the lower strings. But we're going to be always starting in the middle. Watch how easy and symmetrical this shape is. So from this G note, we're going to go 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret. You could do stretches if you want, or you could go, it doesn't matter. Guess what? Those are the first three tones of a G major scale. G, A, B. Move that same shape over to the third string, and you have the next three notes of the scale, C, D, E. Isn't that great that it's a symmetrical shape like that? So you don't have to think very much because it's going to be those three frets, then those three frets. That's 6 of the 7 notes of the major scale of G major. Isn't that crazy? Now from this same root tone, we can actually put our middle finger on it now. And the shape is going to change to this now. So it's going to be 4th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret on both strings. Once again, totally symmetrical. Really keep your eye on that root tone, that G note, while you're doing all these, okay? It's really important. Now we're going to put our pinky on that G note. And now the shape becomes this. 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret on both strings. You notice no matter what I do, I like to come back to the root tone at the end just to really drive the point home to my brain. So from this one point, we just had 3 symmetrical shapes, and you could go crazy in those if you want to and improvise all day in G major now if you want. At first, just have total fun with it. Just play around with the shapes. I'm using a Joe Satriani guitar today, so I might do some legato, but you could do something like... You don't have to do crazy legato if you don't want to. Just play around with the shapes a little bit, and if you're musical, great, but today's really about just getting these shapes into your brain. The musical part will start to evolve as you get comfortable. Now I'm going to have one exception. We're actually going to go to the 3rd string, and we're going to go all the way to the 12th fret, because I want you to be able to hit a higher octave G. So that's just another G note right there. The great news about that is as soon as you reach up to that other G right here, this has 3 shapes that come off of it as well. We're going to cover those on the website, but they're pretty similar. But imagine if you could play from both root notes and have those 3 shapes for each one. You have 6 shapes, and you can go across the entire neck. The entire time knowing that if you choose to, you can go to the higher or lower strings. So it's like you're taking this elevator ride up with total knowledge of where you're going. And then, hey, I want to noodle around here a little bit. Or, hey, I want to go up here. I feel like playing some higher tones. So let's say I'm here and I want to keep expanding. So maybe I'll go... Is that a Christmas song? First Noel. I didn't intend to do that. So let's say you're down here in this shape from this G. So I was able to easily go down. And by the way, the shapes keep happening on the other sets of strings. That's the best news, because you don't have to relearn a whole bunch of new shapes because they follow you everywhere you go. If you're way up here, So you can cover a lot of real estate once you're able to get this elevator idea happening in the middle of the neck. That is just the scaffolding to get you started. What happens after that is you start to forget about the box shapes. You just feel the right places to go. You hear an idea in your mind, you're able to translate it onto the guitar, and just using the root tone as your starting point, you can go anywhere you want to and create on the fly. That's improvising. So here's what I recommend. Put on a backing track. You could just jump on YouTube, type in G major backing track. By the way, I'm going to be making a lot of backing tracks on the website, but right now you can just jump on YouTube, type in G major backing track, start here on the 4th string, 5th fret. Do the shapes I was talking about, experiment with them, reach up to the 12th fret on the 3rd string if you want that extra octave. I know that you're going to be amazed at how much you're going to be able to improvise just using what I showed you today. And then come visit me at the website and we'll explore the entire neck. We'll do all the shapes on all the different pairs of strings. Like I said, there's only a handful of them and they keep repeating. So it's not like you have to learn a whole bunch of shapes everywhere you go. I believe that this concept of improvising from the middle out is going to be a lot better because it's a lot more natural to approach it that way, in my opinion. And of course, a really cool side benefit is just learning all the notes on the middle 2 strings, which a lot of people seem to avoid. They love doing it on the 6th and 5th strings, but then they get a little fuzzy, I notice, when it gets to the other ones. So this will just be good for that. All right, everyone, have fun with it, and we'll see you at the website or the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.